Spooky Alan.
You think DJ Pauly Moist will play this for you, Bill?
I can't see him not playing it, but also I can.
I'm really ambivalent about it. I'm of two minds. I can see it and not see it. All right. Well, we have a short week this week, so I'll have one more pair of tickets for you tomorrow to join Bill. Next week on the show, I want to go see Dane Cook at the Akron Civic Theater. Even if you don't, I'll still have tickets. He's on the Fresh New Flavor tour. You see Dane Cook work anything out there, Mary?
No, he lives in L.A.
I know, but I don't know if I'm sure he's in town at some point, right?
No, I haven't seen him pop up at anything.
More tickets next week for that Oddfellows event. If you want to go see something called One Dark Night, a rock symphony of the macabre. That's going to be October 18th at the Agora. I will have those tickets for you next week. Want to go see Guar? Next week, it is a cacophony of Halloween-themed events for you. Guar is due November 1 at the Agora. And the Haunted Schoolhouse, I guess you have to say laboratory. That's when most people begin to pronounce that word differently, is around Halloween. Normally, you'd say laboratory. But around Halloween, people say laboratory.
Wouldn't they be spelled differently?
No. Spelled exactly the same. Laboratory or laboratory. The Haunted Schoolhouse and Laboratory in Akron is celebrating 50 years. Now, I doubt the same people are working it, but that would be really fun. If the people who worked season 1 of the Haunted Schoolhouse were still the people inside in the costumes. People who'd been working there for 50 years. That would be great. And they'll have food trucks and beer and the whole thing. So I'll have Haunted Schoolhouse and Laboratory tickets for you next week. Comedian Paul Reiser is back on the show tomorrow. Jason Alexander will be on the show next week, talking about a podcast he's doing with Peter Tilden. And we were talking about Saturday Night Live. They did a pretty funny bit about Spirit Halloween opening everywhere. Did you see the Spirit Halloween bit?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Their sleeve.
Sexy nurse costume. Well, Spirit Halloween did not like that, boy. They took umbrage. They clapped back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Put out a statement.
Well, no, they dropped a post on Instagram. Their Spirit Halloween post says, we're great at raising things back from the dead, and their costume is irrelevant 50-year-old TV show. Spirit Halloween. Wow. Shots fired. Adult-sized costume. Includes dated references, unknown cast members, and shrinking ratings. Youch.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny.
That's a good clap.
Very funny. Tagged NBC SNL. Yep.
But also, the SNL wasn't wrong with anything they said either.
That's
Like,
right. Well, that's why it's all funny,
Yeah.
because they're both right. I mean, wigs that'll give you a rash. What used to be an AutoZone where a murder happened is now a thriving business where a murder happened. So, yeah. Spirit Halloween. I didn't realize they had only been around since 1983.
It's a pretty long time.
It is a long time. The first location opened in the Bay Area in 1983. But wasn't there a competing one for a while? Wasn't there another?
Halloween City.
Halloween City. Was that part of Party City?
I don't think so. I think it was just its own thing. Because
Its
it
own
would
thing.
be just like a Spirit Halloween where they would just show up in old Kmart's or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Spirit Halloween might have absorbed them, though.
Okay. Well, they were, apparently at one point, they were part of Party City. But Halloween City is no more. So maybe they were absorbed. But, yeah. Another Spirit Halloween type store, but owned by Party City, this person says. And there is another place called Halloween Express.
Oh.
You ever heard of Halloween Express?
I feel like I have, yeah.
I mean, I would think that one Halloween store, since they are only there for a short period of time, that's probably enough. I mean, there's always competing organizations, but Halloween Express. I don't know if there's one around here. But, yeah, I don't know. So if you've got to get a costume in a hurry, whether you've got a party of your own, whether you're going to be going to Bill's event.
They're not cheap, though, dude.
What's
Spirit
that?
Halloween
To buy one of these stores?
Spirit Halloween costumes are like $60.
Really?
Like, they are not $20. Like, somebody, maybe it was Brian's daughter, wanted to go in and get one. I don't remember, but I was in a Spirit Halloween like a year or two ago, and I hadn't been in one in forever. And I remembered them being like adult costumes were like, some of them were like $70, $75.
Yeah, that's pretty
for the
common
ones in
now.
a bag. That's crazy.
Well, adult costumes are always going to be
No, but
more.
the kids' ones were like $40 or $50 too.
Were they?
That's how much stuff costs.
Here's there's Scooby-Doo section. The toddler Mystery Machine ride-along costume. It's just the van with straps for the shoulders, so the kid is in it. And then they have like a Scooby-Doo hat. That's $45.
That's what I mean. Is that not crazy expensive for something you're going to wear one day and then never wear again?
I feel like people are so into Halloween that doesn't even register with them. Hey, I'm going to wear this. Because they probably figure maybe I'll wear it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
An adult sassy Daphne costume. And plus, they're made terribly, they're ill-fitting. They never look like they're they never going to look like they do on the girl, obviously, but that's true of anything. You see a picture of a hamburger on a commercial, it never looks like that when you get it. So we all go into it knowing that. It's just a little bit more of a bummer with the Halloween costumes because these are supposed to be super foxy costumes.
And they are expensive.
Adult sassy Velma is $37. That's why my thought was, if you're into Halloween, you should drop coin on a killer costume.
That's what a lot of people do now, too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
really put some money and thought into it.
A lot of the way to go usually is to get a few things from a Halloween store, like a few different props, but then a lot of stuff you can make on your own and it'll look better.
Yeah. Yeah, I like looking into what really expensive costumes are because they're pretty detailed and,
watching people
like Kardashian level, like when they have
not like Heidi Klum or anything like that.
Okay.
No, but if you go to thehorrordome.com, all right, for people who are deadly serious about costumes, there is one called the Swamp Goblin, and it's a professional costume, so it's $2,800. But you look like you've probably had Hollywood makeup done to you. You can get those like full-on like kind of head and cowl masks. Those are pretty cool too.
I had that scarecrow mask that I got a few years ago, and it was pretty expensive.
Yeah,
but it was cool because it would function with your face.
Right.
So like as you talk, the mouth would open and stuff like that. And that was a cool one.
I mean, I have the only rubber head mask I have at home is I'll show it to you on the live stream. It's the They Live mask, but with the Trump hair.
Oh, nice.
And I think I just wore it 1 year. I don't even remember where I wore it, but I'm not even sure if they're making them anymore.
The mask I wear every day, concealing my true self from those around me.
We all wear
masks.
Metaphorically speaking.
We're all wearing masks, yes. And I've got an old Batman costume in a box somewhere that's 25 years old. But yeah, you can really drop some coin on these things. And I think that's the way to do it.
Did SNL say anything back to Spirit Halloween?
I didn't see that if they did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were like in a back and forth or anything like that. Also, I wonder who runs those accounts. If it's just like an intern or if it's like a higher up at Spirit Halloween.
I'm sure they have a social media person.
Yeah.
Like most places do now.
Well, Spencer Gifts owns them. So whoever is running their social media is probably also running Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
They're based out of Egg Harbor, New Jersey, Mary.
Oh.
You could walk right over. They were founded on the West Coast, but the HQ is there in Jersey.
I've been to Egg Harbor, Wisconsin.
Uh-huh. You have?
Yeah.
Egg Harbor, Wisconsin?
There's like a resort there that does comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in Door County.
Sure.
You're up there on the peninsula.
It's way up there.
Yeah, up by Green Bay.
Pretty. It's
very
really pretty and very, like, it's a nice ass resort. But
you're like
I think I
you're
did
across
that
the
same
water
resort,
from the
like,
UP.
Like 12, 15 years ago.
Dude, it's been around forever.
Yeah.
I think that they've been doing like weekly or monthly comedy there for 20 years.
Up there by Escanaba. Egg
That's the only
Harbor.
Egg Harbor, I know.
All right, well, there's one in Jersey. Spirit Halloween also partnering with Uber. If you're like, oh no, I've got a party and I forgot a costume, you could go on the Spirit Halloween website and have them deliver it to you.
Oh.
So your
This is one of those
costume is now $100.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of these things that seems convenient on its face, but 0 people asked for. Same day delivery from Spirit Halloween with Uber Eats. Could you bring me fries and a Shaggy costume, please? That'll be $250. Awesome. You can free delivery on Spirit Halloween orders.
Yeah, be free delivery, but there is still a service charge or a markup of some kind. You're not getting it for the right price, for the original price.
Yep. Uber Eats, Postmates, and the Uber app for Spirit Halloween customers. I got money here. It's $1,000 as promised. About 30 past every hour now. You get money from the Buzzard bookie, and so I hope you win. Listen closely.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Win. That's win. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
I got an email from Elizabeth, who I don't know if she's a bureau chief or what, but she goes, hey, I thought you'd enjoy this song in the spirit of Halloween. You know the guy that does the songs? I play him every so often for Sue. The guy who he just does songs about people's names.
Yeah, I love those.
That's his entire catalog. Is
Sue, Sue.
This guy just does people's names.
Sue, 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 Sue. Sue. Sue.
Of course, I'd play one for Darnell when he called too. This guy's, he's very specific. He does a lot of
Darnell.
even more obscure. Anyway, Elizabeth sent me and she goes, I thought you'd enjoy this for, it's the same guy, except this is the odd man who sings about poop, puke, and pee. And he puts your name in that.
Alan, poop, 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 poop. Alan, poop. Alan, poop, 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 poop. Alan, poop.
Now, somewhere in my mind, I'm envisioning this isn't a song that I would sing to myself while I'm perched on the bowl. But I'd certainly love customers of this show to at least consider singing this while they're having their bathroom time, right? As an homage not only to me, but to Elizabeth, who got me hip to this. I wonder where the song's going to go. Because he's clearly
To the top of the charts.
taking us on a journey here. You have to wonder who this guy is, what his life is. Is he married? Is he goofing around? Does he have a severe mental illness? I mean, he has done a lot of songs for towns and people's names.
Alan poop, Alan poop, Alan poop, poop, Alan.
All right, I want to know how it ends.
Alan poop, Alan poop.
What did that have to do with Halloween?
It sounds like he didn't really know how to end it. I was hoping there was a big rock finish. But what did that have to do with Halloween? You don't want to ask Elizabeth. I don't know. She's the one that sent it to me.
Didn't she say that? Like with something about Halloween?
Yeah,
and then
spooky
here's this song?
season.
Yeah.
I thought you'd enjoy this song. Are people, maybe because, Mary, I'm going to go out on a limb here, maybe with Halloween, where people are consuming more candy, maybe that messes with people's gut, and maybe they're pooping more around Halloween?
Maybe.
I don't know what the direct connection would be there, but there's a lot of people that they have a problem with that stuff. They might find that they've developed an allergy, and it only comes a-calling when they're eating all that candy. I'm not really on the candy thing that much anymore.
Oh, you were a big candy guy.
Yes,
What
I
happened?
was. I don't.
Squeezy salads fulfill the sugar needs for you.
No, I don't know that there's that much sugar in those. I don't know. Don't know. But it's very, very rare now that I'll have candy. And I might be better off for it. Hey, Brian has called again.
Oh, good.
Singing a band that possibly no one will remember. This is a band called the Confederate Railroad. And they were like a country rock band from the Atlanta area.
Jesus and Mama always loved me, even when the devil tries to take control.
Jesus and Mama always loved me. This I know.
So Brian is, our show will be on in the background, and he'll be singing songs over top. And he's really all over the place. And I love it. But I haven't heard about Confederate Railroad in forever. They had songs like Trashy Women, Queen of Memphis.
How does that Trashy Women song go? I might know that. I think that
Bill's
I know that song.
Laundromat Bar and Grill. Trashy Women. Let's see.
I feel like
See if we can find that one for you.
Well, I was raised in a
Yes, I love this song.
You know this song?
Yes. I like my women just a little on the trashy
women
side.
though my
Yes.
folks had wild.
I knew this band. I was like, why do I know that?
Mom and Dad had a plan for me.
Wait for the chorus. This is where it comes.
Debutantes and symphonies. But I like my music hard, I like my women wild. Yeah, I like my women just a little on the trashy side. When they wear their clothes too tight and their hair is dyed.
Trashy Women from Confederate Railroad.
The next line is, too much lipstick and too much rouge.
Yeah.
Gets me excited. It makes me feeling confused. I knew this song, yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Just a little on the trashy side.
Mm-hmm. Trashy Women, Queen of Memphis. Daddy Never Was the Cadillac Kind. A song called She Took It Like a Man. I hope that's not about domestic violence. But, wow. Confederate Railroad. How about that? And what is it with trashy women? Why do we like trashy women? Or at least have a phase?
A little something about us.
But what is it? You consider yourself a trashy girl?
Are you out of your mind?
Well, just because
you
you're from
met
Berea doesn't make you a trashy woman.
No,
There's not a lot of people from Berea who are trashy. It's got nothing to do with being from Berea.
Okay.
It's everything to do with who I am as a person and my upbringing.
Yeah, but isn't that, well, okay. That would have happened anywhere, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, but there are plenty of girls who don't have your backstory who...
I think being trashy, I think it's attractive because it's kind of an I don't give a crap attitude.
Right, is that what it is?
I think so. That it's kind of like, yeah, this is who I am.
Like
and
an unfettered, I don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah, okay.
I like gaudy makeup, and my belly's going to be a little bit out of my shirt, but I think it's hot, and that translates as hot, I think. It's
Well-
like a confidence-ish, like a confidence thing.
Okay, but you're describing a look. The trashy thing that you described, that could be anybody dressed anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, whatever. I wouldn't necessarily think about that as trashy. So you're saying it's the look, not the attitude.
I think it's both.
Both.
Very rarely do you come, like, the idea of a trashy person. They're usually loud and brazen.
Yes. And I was so drawn to that as like a young man, like a teenager when I really wasn't dating, you know, and my mom loved my parents, but my mom, by her own admission, big snob, right? And so she was like, don't date these girls and smoking and all that kind of stuff. And so obviously that's exactly what I was going to be drawn to because we were raised very kind of eyes straight forward, right? And so, boy, did I gravitate to those kinds of girls because they were so like unfettered and in a way,
dude.
yes, in a
It's
way.
free.
And they were like a little bit older than me, but I mean, like in a way that was so foreign to me.
I think it's
But there is
like
a
that
line
for a lot
to
of
it,
people.
too.
Well, it
Like-
gets less fun the older you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah,
But there's
when
still some dudes that, boy, they just make a beeline for those kinds of chicks. And I wonder, I wonder what that is. Like, do you think you're going to get laid easier? Is it as simple as that? Is it just...
there's an excitement to it, I think.
I was going to say, I think it's a drama factor. And I firmly believe that as much as people say they don't like drama, everybody loves a little bit of drama. Everybody's into a certain amount of drama.
Well, how do you define that,
It's
though?
not exactly that you love it. It's that you can't, like, there's something that pulls you towards it because you're like, oh, I have to address this.
It is fun.
And so,
it is exciting. It is interesting.
But isn't it only
there's a lot of ups and downs.
But isn't that only exciting if that's not a function? If that's not a factor in your own life? Isn't it exciting because it's foreign?
No.
No?
I firmly believe everyone needs a certain level of drama in their life. You need it. Because
it makes you feel like you're not in the everyday humdrum thing, or
it makes you feel like something's going on, or like maybe it makes you feel like there's just a level of excitement to it, a level of what's going to happen next, a level of anticipation. Anyone who has absolutely zero drama in their life, I don't trust them.
Well, I guess
no drama.
I wonder how you define drama. Like somebody like throwing crap against your window. I mean, nobody wants that.
Well, some people do. Some people thrive on that.
I guess, but that's like a sickness, though.
Yeah, but it horns them up.
That's what I mean. And it works both ways.
Uh-huh.
They get all heated and throw stuff and shove each other and then make love.
Like Bill's ex.
It's like people all the time talk about, man, I love crazy women. I love this. I love that. And ladies do it too.
Yeah, but usually when they say I love crazy girls, the next line is because they're a wildcat in the sack.
Yeah,
But
like that's a huge part of it. Yeah.
Sure, but you also have to deal with the non-sex hours.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's where it all falls apart. Like, yeah, of course the sex stuff is great, but it's the other 23 hours of the day that can't possibly be worth it. But I guess it is. Now, again, when I was dating these girls, I wasn't getting laid. So it was just a matter of...
I just think there's something...
It was so different to me.
There's something intriguing about a person who lives a little bit just...
On the edge.
On the edge, where they're just like, yeah, my life's a little chaotic, and here's how I handle it, and this is what I do.
Yeah.
And I think it's a phase thing, too, because it's also one of those things where you go, okay, enough of that. Enough of that.
Well, and it's also... not that big of a deal if you are only responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody's like that, but they also have like 3 kids or something,
yeah,
like that's not so fun for them. Well, anyway, Confederate Railroad. Thank you, Brian. I've got to take a break here. I want to go to Sonic Temple. They have announced and are still announcing bands. They got Metallica doing 2 nights in May in Columbus. They got Alice in Chains.